Okay. Well, maybe yeah, it wasn't the last push. Oh. Maybe that was kind of like an, oh my god, don't blow up my battle cruisers. Marines are so OP. Completely imba. They can move and shoot, ground and air. I mean, come on. Doesn't seem fair. At all, really, when you think about it. Tier 1 unit can shoot ground and air. And move. Jeez. It's like, doesn't even cost gas. Stalkers at least cost gas. Sentries cost a ton of gas. More units streaming up to this choke. I was able to, not choke, but contain. I was able to keep this a lot longer than I thought I would, actually. That worked out pretty well. As far as what Ultima could have done to get out of there or to crack it, I don't know. Maybe cloaked banshees, but I would have scanned. You know, it's hard to say. Or just a huge push instead of the 3 times or whatever he came out with a little bit. He could have waited until he had just a bunch of everything. Alright, I'll say it, a nuke. A nuke would have taken it, probably. Didn't want to bring that up, but I know you were thinking it too. I'm getting some SCV saturation here at my 3rd. No gas geysers as of yet, but I got plenty of gas. 1400 in the bank. I can't spend it fast enough. Running these. Yeah, I didn't want to say anything because I knew I was building one. I didn't want to ruin the surprise, but there it is. So, spoiler. And then 1 tank and 1 turret. If he knows what is over here, this is probably not a great idea because battle cruisers outrange turrets. So I'm not sure what he was up to with this or what the thought process was, but we do correspond frequently, so maybe I'll find out after he sees this. I'm kind of being quiet to build the anticipation here. That, and I'm a little phlegmy and my throat's starting to go. So there was a little poke with a Marauder, just to see what he's got. Now this one coming up here, this has to be the last push. I mean, it has to, right? It better be, because I don't know if my throat can take all this talking I'm doing. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. I think what's happening here is we are actually waiting for the clock tower to strike noon, and then we're going to draw. Because I think those were the rules that we had established in the lobby chat of the game before we started. So that's got to be what's happening here. It's the only thing I can really think of. That, or again, you've got a couple of noobs who are real timid about running their units around the map. Because what we like to do is drag a box and then hit A on our keyboard and then select a point on the map and just send everything. And you're usually more successful if you have just a giant mass of units when you do that. Excuse me. It's generally less successful when you've got a little, just a few units, a handful or whatever, and you have to individually click them and move them around. That can be difficult. So here's what I'm looking to do. Actually, I've got 26 units on tab 1, so it looks like I have been control grouping them, and I've got my battle cruisers on control group 2 because I want to be able to get to that Yamato cannon quickly. Oh, here comes the ghost. There's the big red reticle of death. It's getting smaller and smaller. I knew that turret was there, so I didn't want to get too close. I figured this would be sufficient. Uh-oh. good thing they got their suits on. They'd be irradiated. That would be bad. So here comes a push. Now this has to be the last push. I mean, come on, I just nuked the ram. So, battle cruisers attacking the barracks instead of the other battle cruisers. But, you know, whatever. The captain on the bridge has maybe got a little scotch in his desk. Thought the barracks looked intimidating. I don't know. It was looking at him funny. If we, I mean, I'm not going to back it up, but the barracks was looking at him funny. So then I'm bringing the rest of the troops, and Ultima's got a little action going on down here, but with the nuke and the I think I had 5 cruisers. It was the actual combat unit versus combat unit exchange was over pretty quickly, so now it's just blowing up buildings. They take a while, but it goes down, and I think Ultima starts building some, starting to rebuild a little bit down here, but foregone conclusion. But we're just having fun. This is for practice, so we're not getting too serious or anything. Well, I think he actually throws these out in my I see them on the minimap. I actually see them on the minimap this time. In my stream of units, there's the scan. And my reinforcing units intercept. I did manage to get this saturated eventually. Got this one pretty much mined out. This one. Oh, and there's the idle SCVs. Oh, see, there's Bronze League, baby. Yeah, and here I'm telling like, ooh, sneaky. I figured he shuttled it, you know, like shuttled an SCV over here or some SCVs and I missed it. So I'm like, ooh, sneaky. I had so much map control. There's no way you could have snuck that base. Well, he floated it right past the watchtower. I just was, you know, looking somewhere else. So if this were a Bronze League lesson, I would say watch the minimap more. Don't get your eyes caught on the pretty colors, because I know they did a good job with the graphics, even though my settings are pretty low, so I can get a decent frame rate. I know the graphics are pretty, but watch this part down here. Here's another flaming death ball. And then I move everything in, and there's the GG. Death occurred at 36:31. So thank you very much, Ultima, for a very fun game. That was my first ever StarCraft channel subscriber, and a heck of a decent guy. We played 3 games actually. This was the first. And we got a little chat going afterward, and it turns out not only are we living in the same state, we're in the same county. And he randomly found me on the internet while looking for StarCraft videos. Small world. So there you have it. Thank you for watching, and good luck in your ladder games. GLHF, I am Wookie, and I will catch ya later.